It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're going to look here at Derrick Henry. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. It's the Ravens and the Steelers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunton. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So the Steelers make their way out, led by their 4th-year quarterback, picked up in the offseason from the Chicago Bears, Justin Fields.
And while things obviously didn't pan out in Chicago, he told us the other day that he's looking forward to making the most of this next opportunity. Let's not forget, Fields is one of the few quarterbacks in NFL history to rush for over 1,000 yards in a season. So his struggles certainly have been from a lack of talent, but for him to make the next step, he has become as productive with his arm as he is with his legs.
Here we go.
Our first carry for Najee Harris. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Odafe Owe in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're on offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here's the first drive for the Ravens, and at the helm is the 2023 NFL Most Valuable Player. Second such time he's won the award, Lamar Jackson.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. And Bateman, and he'll go in motion right here. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. 20. Pushes him aside. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 20 carries, 91 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down and 7. Out of the gun, Fields. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Here we go.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Stiff-armed him. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson. Now, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterbacks.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Adafe Owe. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
The drive had started well after a punt last time. Now it's slowed down a bit, and let's face it, they don't want to punt the ball in back-to-back series. They want a sustained drive on this one.
Third down and 13.
Here we go. Up.
Now Fields. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
The Ravens offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Throwing is Jackson, escaping the pressure right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Alex Highsmith. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
They're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline. Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Here we go.
Now a first down carry for Harris. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Fields. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams to defend in the red zone. You see the graphic. He's 2nd in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out. Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. Henry running right. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down. The Ravens, it's 7-3 now on the year, and they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's got room, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's already closing in on 100 yards for the game. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Running left, it's Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Henry will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Tucker now to add the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here we go.
Now it's Fields. They shakes him off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
13.
Now it's Jackson.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
Throw caught by Flowers.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30.
He'll start with a give to Henry.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it again with Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
This will go to Henry out wide.
That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Steps away to his left. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Here we go, Sai. Hurry up. Go.
Harris running straight ahead. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Here we go, Sai.
Back to throw. Fields. That's complete to the rookie from Michigan.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Here we go, Sai.
Off play action. Fields.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Malik Harrison
in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
To throw is Fields. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Right.
Fields. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Boswell's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. 115 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Second down and 4. Here's Jackson to throw, being chased out left. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. Broken tackle. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this time he is in. Yes. Derrick Henry, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So the drive there took 6 plays, and Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On the give, this is Harris.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, son.
From the gun, here's Fields.
He'll buy some, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
David Ojabo running in to take him down.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Fields now to throw.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Malik Harrison
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go. Oh.
They snap it to Fields.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession.
Well, they can thank their defense for another stop, and now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down, and, of course, you put another touchdown on the board.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Miles Killebrew with a pick.
And the Steelers are right back in this football game.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
From the 29, here's 2nd and a couple. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Hey, report.
They'll try the right side with Henry.
Down to about the 45.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
What ain't it? Hey, middle.
Now Jackson.
Well, looking deep here for Flowers.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They go play action with Jackson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On third down, Henry. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. That time a 6-play drive, and Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And the Steelers set to take the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. That's caught. It's the former Colt, Paris Campbell.
And all the way down to the 26. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go,
Here's Fields.
And he's going to go down again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here we go, side.
4th down. Fields has to have this one. That is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry.
Now he's loose again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 60 yards.
And the Ravens up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. So it's a high five for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game as he draws ever nearer to potentially making a run at an NFL record.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Now Fields. And this is into the hands of Campbell downfield.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Here's Fields.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game. Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. That is caught.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Harris Campbell,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the 4th quarter.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. A strong running. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Baltimore, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.